Spring is finally here. It's 78 degrees, a slight southern wind. The robins are chirping. The red-winged blackbirds have all migrated back and established breeding territories. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 65-mile-an-hour winds and colder than Hoth, with a slight chance of snow towards the end of the week. But that doesn't stop wildlife. The wildlife still know it's spring, the longer day. We have our very first new generation this spring. Now, there are a couple misconceptions about finding a nest of bunnies as I did right here. One being that if you find them like I did, mamas abandoned them. That's not true. One being the fact that she only needs to feed them once, maybe twice a day in 12-hour intervals for about 5 minutes. And the reason she does this is that baby bunnies don't particularly have a smell, which makes it hard for predators to find them. And mama, who does have a smell, if she were to stick around the nest and stick around the babies, then predators would be able to smell her and locate her offspring. 2, when you hear someone say that if you touch a baby, then mama will abandon it. Again, not true. You just put the baby more at risk because you do have a smell. So if you were to pet the baby or hold the baby, they are cued, so don't do that. But if you were to put your smell on them, then you have just endangered those babies. So the best thing to do when you find a nest like this is to just leave it alone. Three days, 3 different types of weather. It's 75 again. Now, eastern cottontails are notorious for their reproductive abilities. They have altricial young, which means that they have a large number of young in one litter, usually 3, maybe 4 litters a season, but they are relatively helpless. They're hairless, their eyes are closed, versus a precocial offspring, like Roxy or Zip there, which are more mature when they are born. They can stand within a few hours, they can avoid predators, they can fend for themselves pretty much, but not altricial. In just a couple weeks' time and a couple snowstorms, they've all left the nest, except one little straggler. Notice his first line of defense is to freeze. His second line of defense is to disappear. Baby cottontails aren't the only sign that warmer weather is well on its way. One being the hatch of the non-biting midges or the black flies that swarmed me and Roxy one day. Now, if you're a fish keeper like myself and you feed your fish frozen bloodworms from your local pet store, then you should know that the bloodworms that you're buying are the larval form of those black flies or the non-biting midges that we have around here. Another sign to look forward to is birds, such as this mourning dove, are starting to nest. Another sign of summer's coming is the return of the turkey vultures. Turkey vultures have a very keen sense of smell. They're able to smell carrion from up to a mile away. Along with having the largest olfactory system of all birds, they have great eyesight as well, making them very good at finding dead things. So when the weather permits it, get outside. Look for those signs of spring. Chase away the winter blues. Those signs are all over the place. You just have to know where to look. And remember, the best time is nature time.